Hi guys, welcome back to another lesson. In today's lesson we're going to look at angles and angles around a point. Let's jump in. So let's begin by looking at two different types of angles or totals that we can use to help us find out the other angles, so the sum of the angles. So when we have multiple angles on a straight line, they all add up to 180. As we can see here, because we know a straight line adds up to 180. And when we have multiple angles that go around the whole entire of a point, they add up to 360. Now, adjacent angles, this is important to know so that when we say which angle is adjacent to A, we're able to work that out. So it's a type of language. And adjacent angles are two angles that are directly next to each other, so they share an arm. So A and B, they share this arm here, so they are adjacent angles. So finish this sentence. A is adjacent to B, because A is next to B, and C is adjacent to B as well, so it's next to B. Now let's talk about vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite means, well, opposite angles are opposite to each other, and if they're vertically opposite, we're just talking about ones that are not next to each other. So they're split up by having a different angle in between. Now, when we have two straight lines intersecting, we have vertically opposite angles and they are equal to each other. So A and A are the same and B are the same. So this should be a recap from year 7 for you. So let's do an example. So we'll do this one together. So find the unknown angles. So we've got two unknowns, A and B. Now A is vertically opposite to 153, so we know that that A equals 153. And B is vertically opposite, and we still call them vertically opposite even though they're on a horizontal plane. But B is vertically opposite to 27, so we say that B equals 27. Your turn. So pause this now, find the value of X and Y and come back. So you should have found out that X equals 109 and Y equals 71. Now we can use our combination of different angle types to determine each of our individual angles in vertically opposite or in around a point, because we know that in this case A and B are going to add up to 180. Okay, so we're going to find the supplementary angles of these two. So they add up to 180 because they're a straight line. So if we look at this one here, I've got all the answers there. So A, B, and C, we can work out A because 136 and A are supplementary. So we know that 180 take away 136 equals 44. So A equals 44. B is vertically opposite to 136 and C is opposite to A, which means that C is also 44. Now we should use our judgment when we do angles, because if I got the answer that A was 150 degrees, well, I'd say I probably had done a mistake there because that doesn't look like 150 degrees. It looks about 45 degrees. So we've got to use our judgment in that. Now, you're not going to be able to try this because I've given you the answers, but A and 42 are supplementary, so 180, which is what this would all equal up to, 180 take away 42 equals 138, so A is 138. B is vertically opposite to 42, so B equals 42, and C is vertically opposite to A, so that's 138 as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks, guys.